Ron, it seems like a regular occurrence now that we're getting Kassam rockets launched at Israel from Gaza. Gaza, the territory that Israel gave up, where there were Jewish villages and settlements there, and it just doesn't stop. They keep shooting these rockets. Now, recently they caught some of the terrorists that were doing these launches, but I mean, where's this going, and how can we stop this?
Well, it's a great question, and the answer is I don't know. I mean, I know how we could stop it. We could treat Gaza like the United States would treat Mexico if Mexico suddenly started bombing the United States, or the way Germany might treat Austria if Austria started bombing Germany. Like any normal nation would treat another nation that is trying to kill its residents. They respond in a way that says, hey, we're going to defend our territory, we're going to defend our residents. In fact, there were a lot of people, you know, the Gaza disengagement a couple years ago, when we came out of Gaza, we turned over the whole area to the Palestinians. There were a lot of Israelis who were for it. The majority of Israelis were for it, but they were saying, okay, we'll leave this area. We don't even want to be in this area. We don't even like this area. But if we leave this area, we expect our government to defend us if the terrorists attack us. The problem has been the problem that has happened is that for the past 2 years, there's been a steady flow of Kassam rockets against Israel, and for the most part, our government has not had the backbone to respond like we're being attacked.
You know, just a few years ago, we were living in a suburb here in Jerusalem, in the southern part of Jerusalem, called Gilo. And Gilo overlooks some Palestinian areas near Bethlehem. Beit Jala, a little village there, some Muslim fanatics, you know, took over some homes there and made them rocket launching pads.
Right.
And were shooting mortars at our neighborhood. And so we were hearing explosions constantly. And then there were helicopter gunships flying over our apartment, and you know, we'd look up from our balcony, and there they were shooting these rockets against these terrorists. It was pretty scary. And that's Jerusalem. And,
right.
And you know, and lots of politicians here in Israel seem to be naive and think that, you know, we give up more land, that there's going to be peace here. But, you know, already Israel's taken those kinds of steps with Gaza. Hasn't changed a thing. It's made it worse, in fact. And really, you know, terrorist camps have been established,
right.
Tunnels from Egypt where they're bringing in arms, and that could happen right on our doorstep, right here in Jerusalem.
Think about it this way. Before we left Gaza, Hamas was not in power. After leaving, see, people have to understand the Middle East. It's a different culture.
Yeah.
And leaving Gaza basically was a statement of weakness to the terrorist culture. We were basically saying to them, you win. And so what happened is the people are emboldened. Democratically, they chose Hamas to be their leaders.
Yeah.
Now you have terror cells all throughout Gaza. In fact, some of the terror cells are more radical than Hamas. And Hamas can't even control them. Then, as you said, you have, it's crazy. It hasn't worked. It typically doesn't work when you give land